So recently, I had this epiphany when I was reading the Bible, and I often hear about how everyone views like Adam and Eve as like the world started with only two people. And I had this huge epiphany when I was reading it and realized that's your soul and your spirit. It's your masculine and your feminine. And it started your Garden of Eden, which is your body. So that would mean that they allowed things to come in that would taint the soul or the spirit. That would also mean that no matter what you do to your soul, your spirit always belongs to God because it's His breath. So, those are the kind of things that I really come to terms with or get the revelation of whenever I read the Bible. And I read, even about the crucifixion and about all of those things. Those things may have not been physical like that. And if they were, how malicious can people actually be to sit there and do stuff like that in front of someone's mother? Not to mention the fact that he was actually persecuted because of his spiritual beliefs. And he was judged for it. So that means that did they body jump him? Did they siphon his energy? Did they rape him physically? Did they rape him emotionally, spiritually? And that's what his mother endured? Did they did it because they accused his mother of witchcraft? Is that why it's always perceived as he's also the angel that was kicked out of heaven and the only way he could go back to heaven was energetically? So there's a lot of different things like that come to my mind as I read the Bible and I really think about it. And then whenever you go on your spiritual journeys, you actually balance out your masculine and feminine from all of the different times that people has pushed and pulled. Because as those cases and as those particular situations get misled and mistold, and there's so much false doctrine, there's still so much more abuse. And the abuse is just going on and on and on and on. And it's just like, who's really dealing with it? Our children, because they're the most spiritually rich, the most accessible. And then by the time they're how old, they have how many soul ties? And then we could label them as problem children and put them through the system. And you're telling me that the United States doesn't need to be eye-opening and to evaluate what they've actually submitted in black and white, the consistency of fraud and using people as crash dummies and scapegoats. So those are the kind of things that I'm just like really getting offended about. And that all came to my realization when I